There's something over there. Weird shit. Yep. Another door. Another door. Oh well. What do we have here? Nothing. Nope, we don't have to go through here.
What did Elizabeth discard here? The painting or the model?
That's a good question, I guess.
This painting looks suspicious.
No, it actually looks just fine. It's the blood goddess. The bloodess. Dear Miss Asbury, when last week communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Asbury Castle in Scotland. I am happy to report your request has finally been validated. Activate census. Okay, why can't I do this? My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guard must always protect the coffin. You have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstances should the carriage try to pass the river in the boat, blah blah blah, exposed moisture, blah blah blah. Give it a damn.
A sword
Hello?
and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Apparently that's the symbol I should look for. The door has been unlocked. Now why the fuck would that be the case? Because we're running around in circles. Okay. So now we have even some sort of a... Okay. A moon. And something something. How am I supposed to find a moon and a sword? Huh. Okay. I am confused. A moon and a sword. Can find no moon.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
There's a
One
sword.
last switch, and...
Where's the moon? Yep.
voila.
I mean, it was kind of obvious that this fireplace was so fucking huge. Alright. My lady. My lady. My lady. Where the fuck are you, my lady? I was running in circles, great. That's so great. Milady, where art thou? And what the fuck are you doing down here? Milady, come on. Don't make me kill you.
Drop your... You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never.
blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
What the
Caution,
fuck?
Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Well, I was busy fighting a bloody bitch.
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
A few minutes? What?
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
But you had your whole life there.
Not anymore. Especially after my dear Charlotte was murdered.
Yeah, about that. Whoopsie.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote.
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
Again, processing all that right now. He had the antidote, but what the fuck?
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill, and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
Yep. I know.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
And why was you still the carrier for the blood of hate? I don't get it.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse, forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Oh, behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need more, girl. I need more.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
No, not really.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
So from asking one person 1,000 questions, we get to ask the other person 1,000 questions.
Yes?
So, William. Mike.
Okay. The thing is, it's like the whole game is basically about asking questions, but god damn it, there must be like a better, faster way to do this game. Like, seriously.
God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
Well, we only fought for about 5 minutes or so.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
Pudding Lane. Yes. She probably was a fat witch.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires?
Considering your experience.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we're talking about werewolves or something. Not really vampires, but okay.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
She's a bitch, isn't she?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Seriously. It's like, I mean, I could skip it, but seriously.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny.
Did you really
That was the only righteous path.
You agreed to be confined here then?
Yes.
Do you not want...
No.
All right. I'm pretty sure we can finish this now.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. As the time comes,
So, what now,
Yes.
Foxy love?
why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
Who cares? We are vampires. We are death.
No, Jonathan. I won't bring another disaster into this world.
I can't lose you, Elizabeth. Even if it means putting the whole world at risk.
How can you say such an awful thing? Where is the Jonathan I once saved from a scowl in this abandoned factory?
I'm not that frightened man anymore. I've learned so much. Done so much.
I see. So there is nothing worth living for in this world anymore. Farewell, my love.
Okay. So, could this have been any different if I, for example, wouldn't have killed anybody? Or everybody? Huh.
Farewell.
Or is there no way to stop this? But I think it's nowhere to stop this. Farewell, my love. Farewell. So we get like another loading screen.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung and your path chosen. England is safe, the price paid most dear. But what do you care? You are the one who keeps killing. You've chosen your path, my fallen champion, like others before you. Prey to lust and desire, slave to the everlasting thirst. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until, alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
I guess that's one of the... I guess there's a bit of a difference depending on how you do it. In the end, basically, but to be honest, it seems, even if there's any differences, and I think there are, when you kill or don't kill people, I gotta say it's not really worth to replaying the game or something. It doesn't really give that much of an incentive. But alright, people. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure to save London, the poor bastards, and to become basically the most powerful immortal that's not like a mythical spiritual creature. So yeah, that was fun. The game itself was actually just fine, but like there was a lot of talking at times, and for some reason the music is gone. Oh, there it is again. There was a lot of talking, which is, you know, really weird and shit. And sometimes there was talking after talking after talking. And sure, some of that you could just skip, but you know, the game, that's the game. That's the essence of the game. The talking. You need to talk to the people. You need to get a connection to the people. You need to see what they do, what their secrets, and so on. You need to start liking them. You need to start hating them for the people they are, and so on, and then basically suck them dry. And then feel good about it because you took vengeance, or feel bad about it because you killed an innocent person. Now the problem for me is I'm dead inside. So all right. Now by the time this video is uploaded, we're gonna have already, like, for a while, the review for this game. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing this now. Basically, my recommendation for this game is, well, it's overall, it's kind of mediocre. I have to say, it's average in many regards. If it comes to the combat and all, it's actually fairly easy, maybe even too easy. Sure, we're some sort of a vampire superhero, so you're supposed to be stronger than everybody else. So yeah, but yeah, often it wasn't really that challenging, plowing through too often. The talking, yes, it was the core mechanic, and it is also cool to get the connections. Oh, and he's doing that, and she's doing that, and he's fucking his sister and whatnot. That never really happened, but it would have been fine. But then again, like something like these things, And then you think, yeah, you deserve to die, and you, well, I'm sorry to kill you. Oh, and oh, mommy, I'm sorry about killing you too, because while I'm at it. So yeah, that's cool, but it also takes a lot of time. To some extent, it was like, really, damn, would you just shut the fuck up already? Especially right now in the end. Oh my god, that was just almost never ending. It was still interesting, but it was like, get to the point, man. Get to the point. And the same goes also for the story. The story took a bit too long to really take off. And once it took off, well, the game was already almost over, so it was like... So I guess my final verdict as it is right now at this point, I haven't really started this review, because when I do the reviews, normally I get to some new points and so on. I review my footage, what I had, and so on, and some moments, and that's the stuff, and here, this is the stuff. And then I might come to a different conclusion, but at the moment it's more like, should you buy this game or not? Well, overall I would say, like, how do I do my reviews? It's, I'm talking to a friend and he's like, hey, VampYr, what's good about it? Should I buy it? Should I play it? And so on. And to make it short, it's an okay game. There's nothing really wrong about it, except no, not except. There's nothing really wrong about it. It's just a bit too easy. You doing a lot of talking, but then again, you learn the NPCs and the connections with them, the stories, and so on and so forth. But overall, if you don't have too much time, there are so many other good games out there. If you're not really that interested in the story itself, like being a vampire in 1918 in London, I don't think that you will have that much of a good time, to be honest. And overall, there's just too many good games out there. I would say maybe wait for a sale, because then it's or when during a time when you have a lot of time on your hands and not enough games or something, or when there are not enough games coming out or something, sounds like that. And but overall, you can skip it really. Not that I didn't like the game, it was just not everybody has the time to play games all the time. Not everybody wants to play games as much as I do, so they just want to play a little bit here and there. And for that, I gotta say the game just wasn't enough. It just wasn't special enough to be a really good recommendation. But it was still fun enough. It's not... I'm a bit torn, but overall I would say if somebody would come to me, I would say these are the points where you might want to play it, but other than that, just skip it. Just skip it. Now I think with the game is almost over, the credits. Yep, looks like it. Well, if the credits are already over, then I gotta say, wow, that was really a small team working on that game, and this was then in this case a really well made game. I mean, that weren't that many people working there. Nope, not at all. That's it. That's the end of the credits. Fucking hell. That weren't many people at all. Huh. And here we are. Seriously? Well, that's about that. They have the carrier. So what if we load it now? What will happen then? I'm just about to look at this right now, where we are. I'm probably just standing in front of Lady Ashbury again. Come on, game. Yep, here we are. Wow. Okay then, Guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. And I hope to see you in the next episode of the next game. Well, probably by the time we have this one, I probably already have started Red Dead Redemption, so I'm really looking forward to that one. It's gonna be a good one. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you around. Bye.